Hello, I'm Xinhua correspondent Chang. In China, the Mid-Autumn Festival is one of the most important traditional festivals. Every year, it is celebrated on the 15th day of the 8th month of the Chinese lunar calendar. On that day, Chinese families get together to enjoy the moon and eat mooncakes, expressing our aspirations for a better life and eternal peace for our families and country. And this year, the Mid-Autumn Festival falls on September 29th. And today, I was joined by a special friend from Pakistan to enjoy the special Chinese culture and the Chinese people's sentiments behind the festival.
Thank you. I'm Fahad Kabir from Pakistan. You can call me Fadi. I'm in China from last 7 years, and I have seen so many Mid-Autumn Festival during stay in China. And our university, they always used to give us the moon cake on this special occasion.
Oh.
I really like the taste of the moon cake, but I like the most is, that special kind of moon cake which they have, mixed nuts and the dry fruits. I really like it very much. But, at the same time, I have wondered, that why Chinese people, they eat moon cake on this special Mid-Autumn Festival, and how do they make these cakes?
Okay, then today I think you will be able to get an answer. Just look around you. Guess what are all these surrounding us?
Around me, I can see just, some tools.
Yeah, so many of them.
Yeah, so many tools.
Yeah, kind of tools. Actually, all these are wooden molds for making cakes.
Oh.
And this is actually a big collection of molds. So the motifs in these molds can be printed onto moon cakes.
Wow.
So today let's go and have a look.
Yeah, it really sounds interesting. Let's explore.
The mooncake is a traditional pastry. So when we make a mooncake, before baking it, the last step is to, for example, this is a mold. The last step is to press the dough with different fillings into this mold.
Oh.
And this motif already carved in the mold will be printed onto mooncakes.
Wow, that sounds good.
Yeah. So this is a Chinese character in it. Can you recognize it? It's reversed.
Of course, of course. I have been learning Chinese for many years. It's Fu.
Okay, then what does Fu mean?
Fu means good luck, good wishes, happiness, something like that.
Yeah, right, but
Yeah.
only partly right. You know what? This is actually a combination of three characters. Not only Fu, but also Lu and Shou.
Lu and
So
Shou.
Fu, Lu, and Shou actually are three deities in Chinese folk culture, symbolizing fortune, prosperity, and longevity.
Wow,
And
that's good.
so, we Chinese people really like putting this kind of auspicious designs on mooncakes.
Wow, this really
But
sounds nice.
what you may not know is that mooncakes were originally not for eating, but for making wishes. The Mid-Autumn Festival actually evolved from an ancient moon worshipping festival.
Oh,
So that represents ancient people's worship of astronomical phenomena.
wow, wishing the moon. Wow, it really sounds romantic and, beautiful. It really sounds romantic.
Yeah, but the moon changes over time.
Yeah.
And that is why people make their wishes when the moon is at its fullest, which represents perfection. And this is also why the Mid-Autumn Festival falls on the 15th day of the 8th month.
Wow. Beside the character Fu, I can see a lot of different
Yeah.
molds. For example, there's see this, the one,
Do you
the
know
rabbit.
what it is?
Yeah, it's rabbit.
Yeah, it's a rabbit.
Yeah.
And actually it's related to a legend about the Mid-Autumn Festival. It's actually a jade rabbit.
Wow.
Our ancient people believed that in the Moon Palace there was a jade rabbit that can passel medicinal materials.
Wow.
So as you can see, it is actually passel
Yeah,
the medicinal
medicine.
materials. Yeah, and I just read the introduction. It said that there are over 20,000 old molds in this collection.
Wow.
20,000, really
Really?
many.
So
And
many.
the oldest one actually dates back to about 400 years ago.
Wow, it's very old.
For example, this one, it's a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
It's a Chinese dragon.
Chinese dragon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know what it means?
Dragon means
Yeah. Historically, Chinese dragon is associated with the Emperor of China and it represents the desire for power.
Wow, desire for power. Huh?
Yeah.
That's great.
And these three are also legends about the jade rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, rabbit.
Yeah, it seems like.
Yeah, the rabbit
Yeah.
and the rabbit.
Oh, this guy.
And this one, there are 4 characters on it.
Yeah, it seems the very old one, you know.
中秋月饼.
中秋月饼. Especially about, you know, this mid-autumn.
Yeah, it means
cake.
Mid-Autumn Festival mooncakes.
Yeah. Knowing the stories and looking at the old malls, I feel like that I was traveling in the long river of Chinese history and talking to the ancient people 100 years ago. Just now you said that these mooncakes at beginning were not edible. But I want to know that how and when they became a food.
Okay, as the custom of moon worshipping moved from the court to the people, mooncakes have also gradually become a folk food until today. And if you want an exact time point, what I know is that since the Ming Dynasty, which is
Ming
from
Dynasty.
1368 to 1644, there have been a large number of documents about mooncakes. And at that time, mooncakes were already round in shape and were only eaten at the Mid-Autumn Festival.
So Ming Dynasty is the starting point of, you know, these mooncakes.
Yeah,
They
that's
became
just
edible.
what I know. I'm
Yeah.
not really sure.
It's long history, yeah. Are these mold still usable? 我有一点好吃，这些模具还能用吗？
可以的，现在这些模具都能用，但是呢，现在的我们这些维护我们要用于这些那个模具，都是用桐油，用那种桐油来维护它。那么现在呢，工厂都是现代化的生产，然后大大提高了生产率然后呢，都是由激光可以打造出各种图形的那个模具。那么现在的这些模具呢，都用于就中秋旅游文化呀等这些活动用于这些来体验，给大家一个体验。
Just now, the staff member told us that these wooden molds on display here are all still usable, and as they are brushed with the tung oil from time to time and well protected. Nevertheless, nowadays mooncakes are made in a mechanized way, with laser printing, molds, and the mass production by the machines, which have improved the efficiency. Making handmade mooncakes with the wooden molds has become a recreational activity for the people to experience the Mid-Autumn Festival culture.
我们推出了一款文创月饼，那我们现在一起去体验一下，把中国的文化吃法做成的月饼吧。
Wow, she just invited us to go and make the creative culture mooncakes. And we can make the mooncakes inspired by the painting and the old calligraphy. What does that mean? Let's go. Let's go.
So now we are on the way to a bakery. Actually, this is the first time in my life that to make a mooncake instead of eating one.
Oh, for you it's first time?
Yeah.
It's for me also the first time because, you know, I'm in China from last 7 years. But I never saw that how mooncake is being prepared. So I think it's going to be a wonderful experience.
Yes,
Yeah.
also first time for me.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited to, you know.
Pastry chef.
Yeah.
师傅您好。
师傅，你好，你好，你好。Guys, there are so many interesting, you know, things that are used to make the mooncakes.
江西南昌是明末清初画家八大山人的家乡。今天我们要用到的饼模图案，就来自于他的画作。
Okay, I got it. The pastry chef that we are going to use some special molds to print the mooncakes. And the motifs in this mold actually come from the works of the famous Chinese painter Ba Da Shan Ren. He's a great Chinese ink wash painter of the late Ming and early Qing dynasties, about 400 years ago. And his hometown actually is here in Nanchang in East China's Jiangxi province. And look at this. This is also a character of Fu that Ba Da Shan Ren wrote. And this is a deer looking back. And this rabbit has a very distinctive and angular look, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks so nice.
Yeah, very cute.
哇，师傅，
哎
来到
哎，
这是我第一次我会用眼睛看到怎么做月饼。Guys, honestly speaking, it's my first experience that I am going to witness the preparation of mooncake.
其实月饼的品种类有很多，我们不同的地域有不同的做法。一般月饼分为饼皮跟馅，我们今天做的是要进入烤箱的。有一种新型的月饼，冰皮月饼它是不需要烤的。我们今天要体验3个部分，一个是分割饼皮，一个包馅，一个印模制作。
Guys, just now the chef told me that in China different places make mooncakes in different ways, but usually mooncakes consist of 2 main parts, the crust and the filling. Today we will make a type of traditional mooncake which needs to be baked in the oven. There's also a new type that does not need to be baked, and we are going to experience 3 steps: making the crust, wrapping the filling, and molding the mooncake.
这个是我们提前准备好的面团，这个是用来做饼皮用的。这个和面团是要把它搅拌均匀，然后把它拆匀的没有疙瘩，就是比较细腻的一个状态。然后用来包皮，拆了之后就是和面均匀以后要放置几个小时。
This is a prepared dough to make the crust. The chef right now just told us that when you make the dough, first you need to mix all the ingredients and knead them repeatedly with your hands until they are well blended. Then you need to leave it to rise for a few hours before we are going to use it.
我们现在要做的第一步就是要把饼皮跟馅料分成等份的大小。现在把这一个月饼的饼皮分成等额的大小，然后分成等额的大小，然后今天做的是流心奶黄馅的，希望你们喜欢。
谢谢。Now he told us that we need to divide the dough into smaller ones and the similar size, and then press them with our hands to make crust, which will be used to wrap the fillings. The filling today is the lava oyster. Sounds interesting? Yeah, for me it really sounds interesting.
It sounds like making dumplings, isn't it? I think just the shapes and the processors are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
师傅，开始吧。
开始我们把这个面团分成等额，这个不用。
I think this one's smaller.
It's almost similar size.
用饼皮压成小圆饼，然后把这个馅包入里面，慢慢逼近。
Okay, so let me take the filling.
Wow.
包圆。
My God.
沾上少许的面粉，沾上面粉。
So we use one hand to gently push the filling and use the palm of other hand to gently push the crust. Ideally, the crust should be slowly unfolded until the filling is wrapped up. My God, it feels like that my ears and my eyes, they can understand, but I think I am not well prepared with it.
Yeah,
I didn't learn it.
It's okay. I think just take your time. I think it requires our patience, but I think I failed.
包好了以后，我们接下来就要在模具上撒上一些干粉，撒上干粉就是为了更好的脱模。
Okay.
脱模。然后在这个包好的面团上撒上一些干粉。
Okay, so
压入模具。
Okay, the chef told us that we need to sprinkle a little flour into the molds and also onto the mooncakes so that the mooncake would not be stuck into the molds. 那我们接下来是不是可以脱模了？
这个打了干粉以后，这样就脱模了。
Okay, to tap up and down for a few times.
Let me see what I'm going to have. Wow.
Wow,
Guys,
fantastic.
we did it.
Yeah.
But don't know that what it will look like after the baking. Really looking forward to it. Now it's over to the chef to help us to bake the mooncake.
师傅，那就请您等一下帮我们烘烤一下，好不好？
可以，这个下一个我们就进入这个烤箱烘烤了。我们做出来的叶饼进入烘烤箱烤10到12分钟就可以了。
The chef right now told us that he is going to bake the mooncake for 10 to 12 minutes. But before the baking, I want to share the mooncake I made with my family in Pakistan. Most often in Pakistan, we don't have the Mid-Autumn Festival, but we have the Eid al-Fitr in Pakistan, during which we also get together to enjoy the food together. It's some sort of the family reunion back home. So in China, you know, these people, they make these cakes and give to their family members. It's a just symbol of love and affection for each other. So I wanted to share with you guys that I love you guys. I miss you all very much.
Yeah, good, very good. Yeah, we all miss you too and love you. Like that's the very good way of telling your family, like these cakes, like showing this gesture of love to your family. Like Chinese people never disappoint, like these things.
Yeah, so
I like them.
same like this. And Dad, this rabbit is for you because in China, this is the rabbit here. So I want to give you this rabbit mooncake. This rabbit is of very great importance in China. I wish one day I will make these mooncakes at home and we all family members will eat together. Okay, I miss you all. Talk to you again. So these are the creative cultural mooncakes. I want to see the similarity of these cakes with the paintings of Pakistani. So I want to go to Pakistani museum and see that how similar are they. Well, let's go and see the similarity of these paintings with the Pakistani. I really want to explore it, you know, that how much similar they are with the, you know, the original paintings. So we are going to that
The Memorial Hall. Yeah, just across the street. I think this is there. Very close.
weather is good today.
Yeah, I like this bridge.
Yeah.
Very Chinese style.
Yeah, it's a Chinese style, you know, architecture.
And so many trees, fresh air.
To that tree. It seems very old tree.
An old tree. This is the Pakistani Memorial Hall.
Yeah, this is the hall.
Yeah.
So let's go in
inside.
and see that how we can find the, you know, similarities with paintings.
So these are the cultural creative mooncakes with the motifs of the painter Bada Shanren who made just now. Fadi said he wants to see how similar they are to the paintings of Bada Shanren. So we came to Bada Shanren Memorial Hall to have a look.
You know, I want to find out that how similar they are.
Yeah.
So just find out. Oh, check. I got it. See. The angle.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly. Even you see the whiskers, they are exactly the same. Wow, really. You know, let me check this one. Yeah, see? Exactly the same.
Yeah. And you know that what year is this year of China?
Yeah, you know, this Chinese year is the rabbit year.
Rabbit year.
So I think this rabbit is going to play an important role here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And any more?
Yeah. See, check. This one. Deer. Oh,
Two
check.
deers. And this is one looking back.
This deer. Almost same.
Yeah.
Wow, it's interesting, huh? Isn't it? Oh,
这是我们的文创月饼。哎，我是八大山纪念馆馆长周小健。
This is Zhou Xiaojian, the curator of the Badashan Memorial Hall.
这是我们做的今年做的文创月饼。你看，这张这件这个作品就在这里，就在我们馆里的原作，就在这个位置。
The original painting.
这是一张水墨画，但是我们把它做成了马卡龙色系的，更符合年轻人的这个喜好。这个文创月饼上市以后2周时间，我们卖了将近2000盒，非常火爆，非常火爆的一件文创月饼、文创产品啊。开发这个文创月饼的本意就是说，想通过这种文创的形式，把优秀的传统文化，让大家吃进肚子里，走进寻常的百姓家。
Wow. Mr. Cho just showed us the cultured creative mooncakes they launched this year. And instead of the color of black, white, and the gray used in the Chinese ink wash painting, they used the macaron colors to attract more and more young people. Almost more than 2,000 boxes of the mooncakes were sold in the short period of the 2 weeks. And the people are able to eat traditional culture. And it's so true that traditional culture can only be truly alive when it comes in our daily life.
Yes, I have the same feeling. And you know, it comes to me that if we look back in history, the development of mooncakes actually reflects the progress of society. You know, in last century, things were totally different. My grandparents told me that, like in 1950s, mooncakes had much fewer styles and flavors. But nowadays, as you can see, mooncakes are generally affordable with diverse styles and flavors. Really big changes with the change of our life.
Really, I'm very much happy today because, you know, although in my country, Pakistan, we don't have this Mid-Autumn festival, but we have that, you know, festival like Eid al-Fitr, when, you know, it's a family reunion festival, when family come together and we eat food together. And this was my first, you know, time making the mooncake under the guidance of a Chinese pastry chef. And it was such a, you know, special culture, creative, you know, mooncake. I want to make it for my family whenever in future I got a chance. And you know what, the chef was making the mooncake. I could, you know, feel his devotion as if what he was, you know, not making just a mooncake, but, you know, something, you know, beautiful and a spiritual, you know, symbol. And I can also feel the, you know, ingenuity of the craftsmen of the past in those, you know, exquisite wooden molds we have seen there. So I think that it was, you know, quite a good day to learn and experience about, you know, the mooncake festival in China, that is Mid-Autumn Festival.
Thank you, Fadi. I'm so glad to hear that you find today happy and interesting. Again, happy Mid-Autumn Festival to you and your families.
Thank you.
So that's all for today's live. Happy Mid-Autumn Festival to you all, and thanks for watching. See you next time.